this is Liquid Ocelot, and today I'm going to bring you cast for Ladder Wars September 2018 Red Alert 3 Command and Conquer Red Alert 3 Ladder Wars. And these Ladder Wars were played on behalf of, sponsored by GameReplays.org, by our little community over here at red3.org, Red Alert 3 section of Game Replays. And we have our finalists that were able to make it to the finals. Yuiyui Allies player versus Dimon. So these are the September ladder wars for Red Alert 3, Command and Conquer Red Alert 3. So first game is on industrial strength. Let's start the match straight away. We have Dimon on top side on industrial strength, and we have Yuiyui, the famous Yuiyui, bottom side, walling this area and perhaps going for a fast airfield, and dual barracks opening from Dimon, the Soviet player, making an engineer early on because he knows that if the bombardment run start, it would be difficult for him to manage this engineer. So he'll go either in this building or this one, and Yuiyui placing his airfield in this particular area. And the dual barracks production, usually third barracks also, and this time Dimon is producing from all three structures, to be honest. So very interesting play from Dimon. He's also base crawled his third barracks from this side, trying to find that engineer. Let's see where the engineer is. It has managed to grab hold of this oil derrick, so good move from Dimon, and this engineer will also capture the second oil derrick. So the map control strategy has worked somehow for Dimon, and Yuiyui has made his walls in such a way. He's so smart. It will come in inside his zone, so he can just spam walls over here. And I'm going to show you this side because it's very important to see what Yuiyui can build. He's not spamming walls, to be honest. He's got two lines of walls over here. I think he should be able to make more walls. I think he couldn't. And the gates are open, and this power plant is being attacked by these massive conscripts. So many conscripts, a big problem for Yuiyui to handle, and he's spamming the G button on that ore collector of his, prospector of his, but he can't find any conscripts. And now he's going for those walls, and he's going to attack this airfield. So I think Yuiyui will go for riptides. Yes, this is standard play from Yuiyui, trying to abuse the splash damage for these vindicators. You see, he's very smart. He didn't machine gun micro. In fact, he knew that the space between these conscripts is not that much, so he'll just splash damage control those bombs. And now we see, oh my god, what's happening over here? Over 10 flag troopers. This is a huge army from Dimon. This is just spam. And one vindicator has been sniped by Dimon. Yuiyui is in a spot of bother. In the meanwhile, Dimon has a second power plant. He's going for his third refinery. He has two oil derricks. He is in total control of this match already. Yuiyui, what is he doing? He's spamming riptides, a power plant in C. And I don't know what his strategy is, to be honest. He sold his naval yard, and he's trying to attempt to do something. Maybe he's going to this area, maybe, perhaps. He's going to try to do something with 3 refineries and this massive army with flag troopers. Oh my god, this. But Yuiyui has he has an opportunity now with these flag troopers and conscripts mixed up with bears, stuff like that. So he's going to micro. It's all about micro now, to be honest. Split damage, and some of those flag troopers were sniped, to be honest. He's desperate to protect these riptides. I think this airfield is going to be sniped down by these flag troopers. One of them is star status, and with no naval yard, to be honest. But in the meanwhile, Yuiyui has made a MCV push of some sorts. Base, he will have no base. However, he has failed to protect his base. One barracks, one turret, and now Dimon isn't doing anything with these flank troopers, to be honest, but now he has taken it into attention, to be honest. He's going to wipe out all of this base for Yuiyui, going to snipe all of this base. Desperately trying to survive over here, Yuiyui. And now we see an orbital drop. This is looking very bad for Yuiyui, and he has thrown in the towel. So game number 1 in the September ladder wars goes to Dimon. Let's go to game number 2, which is on Snowplow, and let's see what happens over here. We have Soviet player on the top side, and usually this map is well suited for Yuiyui. I don't understand why he can't play properly on industrial strength. Last time when I cast it, he had similar issues on industrial strength, and he doesn't know how to manage himself over here. He hasn't found a good build order, and the build orders that he does do apply doesn't work somehow because of that 3 barracks openings from Dimon. We see a dual barracks opening and a 3rd barracks opening as well. So this is similar strategy from Dimon in this match as well. 3 barracks opening, and his production, spamming production, is the same, to be honest. One bombing, microing. I think if Yuiyui manages to somehow evade this initial onslaught from Dimon, this is very crucial period of time, this initial onslaught from Dimon. And he has placed his refinery. He's gonna move. Yuiyui is going to move. He's going to try to leverage this abusing, I guess is a proper word, this MCV on top of these conscripts. Oh, no, he's not doing that. He's going for a naval yard perhaps, or a barracks even. Some people old pros used to make barracks and spam a lot of dogs perhaps. But he's doing a very good job. I think he's going to remake that airfield of his once again. He's protecting that airfield of his, and a turret placement in the middle of this crucial positioning from Yuiyui, protecting himself masterfully without making any riptides. To be honest, masterfully. He's going to sell this airfield. I think so. He's going to sell it, making another, yes, same strategy from last game. Lots and lots of flag troopers, one inside this civilian structure, and MCV push from Yuiyui. So, direct play from Yuiyui. No war factory from Yuiyui. Sorry, from Dimon. And let's see how he responds. He's going to go for his 3rd refinery. No, he has decided to stay. Dimon. And a barracks, we see a barracks. He's going to try to snipe this power plant. and I think he's going to go for peacekeepers. I think peacekeepers turret combo, trying to make dual barracks now. He has dual um, mixing it up, his strategies mixing it up, making another barracks. So smart play from Yuiyui, smart play. 5 peacekeepers are enough. Another turret. Yuiyui does so well is he's going to abuse the close proximity attack from these peacekeepers, and he's not already attacking this MCV with all of these peacekeepers, but he's using a formation now. He's using a formation, and he's holding on to this position, crucially holding on to this position. He's going to try to snipe this MCV out of the park with these P3 Vindicators. And Dimon has lost his MCV, and he has thrown in the towel. So game number 2 goes to Yuiyui on Snowplow, and this was a very quick game, to be honest. Game number 3 coming right up. We have Dimon on top side, and Dimon yellow Soviets, and Yuiyui bottom allies. On this map also Dimon has a very good record versus allies players, no matter who it is, even versus Pika. Let's see what happens, what new strategy we will find. We are seeing airfield opening once again from Yuiyui, and airfield has been placed in this area. I think he's going to wall this up, expecting a barracks, dual barracks opening, but no, we see a single barracks opening. I think Dimon is going to play standard this time. No shenanigans from Dimon. Second refinery coming up, as the space between these two areas is very long, just like Cabana Republic almost. Temple Prime. Yuiyui Dimon has a lot of time, to be honest. He doesn't have to worry about those fast airfield builds from allies player. 2 Vindicators are out on the battlefield already, and the second refinery from Yuiyui is almost being queued up. No, very surprising move. Naval yard, mixing up his build order, and now going for a refinery. We'll sell that naval yard. Just needs a couple of riptides, to be honest. Trying to make a super reactor now, and a turret that is 99% complete as usual from Dimon. Same tactics, but he has 1 power plant only. This is just to fool Yuiyui, to be honest. Yuiyui in the meanwhile is anti-scouting, killing 1 bear, killing the second one with riptide, saving those bombs from Vindicators, and the riptide is moving. Now Yuiyui is in water now. He's in water, and Dimon has 3 bullfrogs at his disposal. He's only on 2 refineries, while Yuiyui will make his easily make his 3rd refinery, and maybe a dolphin to sniping out 1 Vindicator, but also losing his oil derrick from Riptide and 3 Vindicator harassment. Very good play from Yuiyui. Oh, this Riptide has served its purpose, to be honest. 3rd refinery from Dimon. 3rd refinery has been completed. The production has been completed by Yuiyui, and Yuiyui only on 2 Vindicators. He's going to snipe out this conscript. 3 bullfrogs, 1 terror drone, and a single hammer tank going towards approaching Yuiyui's base. He knows and understands that there are no Vindicators for protecting himself, to be honest. Going directly for these walls. Very good bicycle micro from Dimon, and Yuiyui is not being careful. He should move his prospector to see. Yes, nice work from Yuiyui. Sniping that hammer tank, but losing all 3 Vindicators to those 3 bullfrogs. But luckily for Yuiyui, that was the only main threat, and he didn't lose, to be honest, to any prospector at all. In the meanwhile, Dimon has an airfield on the battlefield, so a new threat has been emerged from Dimon, and Yuiyui hasn't scouted this, to be honest. So bullfrog and twin blade harassment opportunity for Dimon. A terror drone in the mix as well. Yes, 3 Vindicators. Let's see what happens, to be honest. Sniping that terror drone, very good play from Yuiyui. He's going to aim for that hammer tank. Very good play from Yuiyui, only using 1 Vindicator, to be honest. 1 Vindicator only. Trying to micro as much as possible. And with this MiG fighter, a big problem, this MiG fighter, to be honest. Losing another Vindicator and forcing Yuiyui to make an airfield in the sea. In the meanwhile, Dimon is making as 50% completed production of his 4th refinery, and Yuiyui seems to be in a spot of bother. Build order from Dimon was perfect, to be honest, in this match. He really played well, and he's going to take out this 3rd prospector as well. Yuiyui has been beaten on battle base beta, so it's 2-1 for Dimon in September Ladder Wars Command and Conquer Red Alert 3. Let's dive straight into game number 4, which is on Infinity Isle, the famous map which everybody is spamming 24/7. All 1 versus 1 players love it. They claim that it's the most balanced map, to be honest. Soviet player Dimon on the left hand side, while the ally Super Pro Yuiyui, the champion, is on the right hand side. Cyan allies. Dual barracks opening. This is very confusing for me, to be honest. Why? But Dimon is thinking about dual barracks. Engineer first, very good idea. And from the other barracks, conscripts. Yuiyui in game number 4 of his in this ladder wars, September ladder wars, he has opted to go for an airfield opening, and he's going to wall it up, trying to catch this engineer off guard. To machine gun micro, waiting and seeing what he has to bomb. Good micro from Yuiyui. This is what is required, to be honest. A 2nd Vindicator sniping that bear. Second refinery out for Yuiyui. 2nd refinery not yet completed for Dimon. Trying to snipe those walls, to be honest. And Yuiyui is trying to manage this initial rush from Dimon. He's going for a naval yard. 2nd power plant already out on the battlefield for Yuiyui. See what happens now. You see the split damage. This is what I was talking about earlier. Dimon should just use a formation move on these conscripts, but now he has to deal with the Riptide and a 3rd refinery for Dimon. No war factory I can see on 1 power plant only. let's dive straight into action. To be honest, two Riptides trying desperately to kill those conscripts. Third Riptide out for Yuiyui. He has managed to successfully defend, and also naval yard and an AA gun. So all Yuiyui has to do is snipe this power plant now. He should forget about the that oil derrick, and Yuiyui trying desperately to destroy this civilian structure, trying to clear out this area, kill all of these conscripts. I think he will do it. He will easily do it, to be honest. It's not, the DPS is not that much for these trying to abuse the rapid F spam. When you see this glitched graphics, it means the player is trying to abuse the F spam. And if you do it with the javelin soldier, the javelin soldier can have the secondary ability enabled inside the civilian structure. So, but still, it's legal, I think. I don't know. Maybe let me know in the comment section. This bug hasn't been identified yet as potential threat, but for Soviet guy it is legal, should be legal, because he can only throw Molotov cocktails from this civilian structure. Then secondary ability of conscripts, spam abusing the F button inside civilian structures. And now we see 4 bullfrogs out from that naval yard from Dimon. Dual power plants very close to each other. This can be a problem for Dimon in the future. And just like I predicted, those Riptides has taken care of the map control issue. And we have 4th refinery from Yuiyui, 4 Vindicators, airfield out from Dimon. Dimon is on 3 refineries, Yuiyui is on 4 refineries, and oil derrick. Dimon, he understands, he knows that there is no threat of terror drones, so very wise play of him that he went for a 4th refinery in C, and he's going to scout this area up now. 3 Riptides, 2nd airfield for maybe another Vindicator. Very smart move, strange move, to be honest. Not smart, because he's going to make now Apollo fighters for these twin blades. Collecting data, Yuiyui collecting all the data, processing all information, and Kulasab going directly straight for that 4th refinery. Losing a couple of Vindicators, I think bad move from Yuiyui, but also destroying two what do you call it, bullfrogs. Intense game this, very strange openings from both players, strange build orders. One thing you might have noticed that Yuiyui just made only 1 engineer to capture oil derrick. He hasn't spent any money on javelin soldiers. A lot of allies players, they spam a lot of money on those javelin soldiers just for extra protection from twin blades. But Yuiyui is smart. He's not unlike many players. He spends money wisely. And an attack on the seaside from Yuiyui. Meanwhile, Yuiyui is attacking that sea refinery of Dimon. I think he has saved his Akula sub. Dimon is slowly and gradually making a comeback in this game, to be honest. Somehow he has managed to press on space with that F button. I don't know how he did it, to be honest. I must ask him. Very good micro from Dimon. And orbital drop on these 4 crucial air units. he can't move them, to be honest. If he moves, he's going to be getting destroyed by those potential danger for Yuiyui. Now dual twin blades destroying that prospector, and I think C refinery will also go down. This is looking very bad all of a sudden after a very good start from Yuiyui. Dimon well settled with 4 MiG fighters, and we see naval yard again from Yuiyui. 4 Apollo fighters, second airfield. So mixed that airfield up over here. I think he should have predicted that move from Dimon and did it earlier. Sell this airfield. So he has protection over here with a turret, so why not? He has all of his collectors back up and running, but he understands that Dimon is going for that 5th refinery base crawling from here, from this position. This is looking very bad for Yuiyui at the moment, I must admit, to be honest. Trying to destroy that oil derrick, finding an opening, and he's going to destroy this power plant as well. He knows there is a threat of but excellent micro from Yuiyui, not losing those he's not healing that power plant. I don't know why he's not selling it either. Go back, don't lose these Apollo fighters to that bullfrog. Go back, not worth it, this three dolphins, their DPS is amazing, and 1 single hydra foil. So let's say that he easily destroys this structure. He's not making any Tesla boats to defend this area. Good awareness from Yuiyui, protecting his hydra foil, and good micro. Good engagement from Yuiyui. Trying desperately to destroy this structure, crucial structure over here. And we see already a 5th refinery from Dimon over this side. Vindicators coming for assistance, but now we have a problem. He can abuse the F micro from that secondary ability of Akula subs. I think he has already used it, and it's on cooldown effect. It's attacking this area, destroying that destroying that airfield. Dimon once again trying to find an opening. Four twin blades attacking that ore collector. Looking very bad for Yuiyui, to be honest, very bad. He's brought in all of his anti-air units to this area. And we have a star status dolphin, and they're going to try to destroy this split damage attack from 3 dolphins. But in the meanwhile, Dimon has destroyed both prospectors from Yuiyui, and those Apollo fighters, one of them was chewed out by those bullfrogs. One thing Yuiyui at least has done, has taken Dimon back to 4 refineries, and he's going to try to use this star status dolphin. Need to grab it, maybe. Let's see. He has frozen this collector. don't know. Somehow he can't hit it, to be honest. He can't aim for it. I don't know what happened over there. And we have hammer tanks, so this is a big problem for Yuiyui to tackle. Tackling this position and defending this position would be a massive issue now for Yuiyui. This is looking very bad for Yuiyui. He must try to win this game, to be honest. He has no barracks, to be honest. But this star status Dolphin has done so much damage. It's keeping him alive in this game, to be honest. Vindicators are on threat. And a lot of hammer tanks are out here. And they are attacking that MCV. And it's over now. It's over. Game is over. Dimon has won this game. I think the start was very promising for Yuiyui, but somehow he lost it. I think what Dimon did is not let Yuiyui do MCV push on him at start and did map control in the beginning, and then that third refinery plus that naval yard from Dimon was very good play from him. He just adjusted and adapted and changed his strategy. Let's go to hop on to Fire Island now. Down bottom we have in game number 5 Dimon has three matches, won 3 games, and Yuiyui is on 1 game point. So Dimon just has to win this match to win the September ladder wars, to be honest. Power plant opening and barracks opening, and then power plant going standard route. No spamming of dual barracks this time, and then flag cannon. Dimon recently is having a lot of trouble on this map. We see on the 5th game as well, same build order from Yuiyui. Same build order. Fast airfield opening. It's going to kill that bear. Trying to scout this area, killing that single conscripts, because Yuiyui understands that these conscripts, Dimon, even one conscript, he just uses the eject passengers protocol, secondary ability of bullfrogs, and he scouts unusual areas from there. So Yuiyui understood this. He sniped that conscript, that's why. And second refinery up for both players now. But MCV is on the move for Yuiyui, the boss, and it's going to place it somewhere over here. He has not faced any terror drone, to be honest. 4 vindicators hovering around waiting for an opportunity. See a sickle now, and MCV from Dimon, and just blocking this area for that 3rd refinery. Aggressive play from Yuiyui. Barracks in front of that oil derrick. He has the option of getting both of these oil derricks, and this is what would be aiming, Yuiyui must be aiming for, to be honest, in this match. See, dual barracks, capturing that oil and then selling that barracks, not wasting any time or money, not abusing the G micro over here. Dimon, MCV, he's been bombarded. Yuiyui understands this, and he's an MCV killer, isn't he? Yuiyui, he kills MCVs for a living, and he's going to try to bombard this MCV as much as possible. If Dimon loses this MCV, this would smell curtains for him, to be honest. So 12 bombs, Vindicator bombs, just one more bombing run, even 8 bombing run. 8 bombs will snipe out this MCV, and a couple of shots from those peacekeepers is going to move away from this area. So this attack was wasted, to be honest. But one thing Dimon has done, he has 5 bullfrogs. To be honest. Just snipe out this collector, remake the ore collector, trying to destroy these prospectors. One mistake Yuiyui did was he didn't abuse the stop micro for the prospector. Stop micro over here would have eliminated the threat of those sickles jumping over here. For both prospectors, he didn't use this stop micro abuse for prospectors. I think he should have used it, to be honest. He should have. Now he's attacking. Wait, attack move, hold attack position move. See, hold guard stance. I think it's called guard stance. Hold ground stance, Alt D, and he has sniped that collector again. So it's making life difficult for Yuiyui, to be honest. These attacks, but these 4 Vindicators are making life even more difficult for Dimon. They have sniped the whole war factory, to be honest. Has made me laugh. He has made him confused Dimon. Spamming refineries like cookies, and just this map is really confusing Dimon, to be honest. He's always having issues over here. I'm sorry for the laugh, for the mocking laugh, but it just made me laugh how he made that 4th refinery, to be honest. And he lost 3 collectors, but he made that 4th refinery. This made me laugh a bit. I'm really sorry for that. I would apologize. And now these 4 Vindicators, they're going to spam a lot of trouble for Dimon. He is already half health on this refinery, and he has been forced to go for an airfield now. Yuiyui in the meanwhile has remade his. He's not even bothered about this. So remade a turret over here nearby his, and his prospectors is getting map control. He's going to snipe this airfield now. He's going to snipe this airfield. An extra collector all of a sudden for Dimon. He's went to sea. Struggling, to be honest, really struggling Dimon, making that 3rd refinery in sea and going for that orbital drop. Somehow Yuiyui just didn't even bother about microing that, to be honest. He has map control over here. He can easily kill that twin blade. Trying to do the micro, the pickup micro trick. Dual barracks from Yuiyui, controlling all areas. This area is being controlled by the MCV. Everything is in range, protecting this area, and also this area, everything is in range. And we have he hasn't made that 4th prospector, to be honest. Dominating this game, Yuiyui. 4 barracks. Oh my god, he's just cranked out a 4th barracks. He's just really mad, Yuiyui. Like mad at the previous games, to be honest. A 5th barracks also. Trying to mirror StarCraft 2 perhaps. It's going to make a sizable force, to be honest. He's going to be facing bears perhaps. Just the size of this army is going to make Dimon jump a bit, blocking this area with that ice protocol. I always forget its name. Sniping that refinery, and Dimon has thrown in the towel. So game number 5 goes to Yuiyui, and he stays alive in this ladder war September 2018 for Red Alert 3. Let's go to jump right straight into game number 6. Finals, grand finals. And we have Dimon on the left hand side. This Temple Prime map, he's very well adept to this map, to be honest. Dimon making a second barracks, and he would try to think about finishing this series off. Again, a 6th match in a row. Yuiyui just doesn't stop from this build order. He's gone for that fast airfield build order all throughout this series. Going for engineer first as usual. Very good play from Dimon. It's going to abuse the civilian structure protection, and you see it's going to abuse this, going close nearby the civilian structures just in case those vindicators pop right up in front of him. It's going to wait for that bombing run to be completed, and Yuiyui just sniping one by one those conscripts. Now Yuiyui is expecting he's going to make that second refinery, Dimon, and if he spam sells both of these structures together and make that war factory, it would be very dangerous for Yuiyui. But no, he's gone for a super reactor, so Yuiyui is kind of safe to MCV push now. He can MCV push, he has an opportunity to MCV push. But I think Dimon, when he went for that super reactor, he has an option of maintaining that dual barracks pressure. He should go and MCV push. He has an opportunity over here, Yuiyui. He shouldn't waste this opportunity, to be honest. I don't know what he's creating, to be honest. Pressuring with those dual barracks, and I think he's going for the Terry Bogard, yes, build order, which is that airfield. And Yuiyui must do a bombing run over here. Bombing run on that airfield, try to snipe it as soon as possible, because if 4 MiG fighters come out, it's over for Yuiyui. He doesn't have Apollo fighters. It's just been forced to unpack his MCV and go back. Lot of conscripts, but this airfield is going to be sniped. This is very bad news for Yuiyui. If 1 MiG fighter comes out, yes, this is exactly what Dimon is going to do, and he is going to hold stance micro over here in this area, trying to protect this airfield of his second. This is looking very bad for Yuiyui, to be honest. Very bad. He should have sniped that airfield, trying to kill those peacekeepers from far away, and now he has brought in the protection, to be honest, killing that oil derrick. Yuiyui trying to use, he's scared, to be honest. I don't know why, but Dimon has identified that engineer coming to close proximity to that oil derrick. This is looking very bad for Yuiyui, very bad. Micro mistakes from Yuiyui, and now all of these conscripts will heat up this airfield, and it's looking very bad for Yuiyui. Conscripts hoping that split micro will kill lots and lots of conscripts all together, but very I would say that Yuiyui had an opening over there. If he could have managed to do an MCV push of some sorts and try to stop Dimon from, especially from making that airfield, trying to destroy it before those MiG fighters came out. But he couldn't stop that from happening, and look what happens. He has lost the Ladder Wars finals, grand finals. September 2018 Ladder Wars finals have commenced, and congratulations to Dimon for winning it, winning the Ladder Wars 2018 September. I hope you liked and enjoyed my cast. Please leave some feedback and help me improve my casts. I'm sorry if I didn't show much enthusiasm. I am trying very hard to improve my casting, but I really enjoyed these games, to be honest. I really learned a lot from these games, and I would say thanks for these two participants, Yuiyui and Dimon, for providing such entertainment. I'll be signing off and bringing you more casts in the future. A lot of new tournaments are happening and have been commenced, like the 10-year anniversary tournaments, and I will be focusing on all of those, bringing you content from there. And please leave me your feedback. This is what I'm asking over and over again, because this would show your interest in the casts that I'm making, and it would help me improve significantly. I'll be signing off. Take care. See you soon.